So we are in lesson 3 for our rational operations unit. That's going to be dealing with fractions and addition and subtraction of our fractions. Our learning target for today is that I can add and subtract fraction values and contextual problems. Contextual problems, guys, that's another fancy way of saying word problems. So when we're talking about contextual, we're talking about word problems. So here is, just like we did with multiplication and division, here are some key phrases to help you understand whether the problem is talking about addition or subtraction. So for addition, our key words for addition are going to be things like the obvious, plus, add. Okay, those are obvious signs that say you're adding or plussing something. Then we've got some that might not be as obvious to you. Altogether. When you see a keyword like altogether, that means it's an addition problem. When you're talking about having to find the total, most times it's talking about addition. When we're talking about combining, that is addition. If something is going to grow, it's addition. If it's going to increase, addition. It becomes more, addition. And then this one right here, the word sum, that is the answer to an addition problem. When we talk about the sum, we're talking about the answer to an addition problem. But all of these are indicators of our lovely little plus sign here. Then we've got our subtraction. So for subtraction keywords, you have, again, the terms like minus and take away. Okay, subtract. Okay, anytime you see words like words, shorter, okay, how much greater, how much shorter, how much fewer, those are words. Those tend to be the subtraction words, so like fewer. How many more? Asking for the change. If you're doing a money problem, what is your change? How much change are you going to have left? Leftovers. Okay? How much is remaining? Those are keywords for subtraction. Decrease means it's going down. Okay? Less means it's going down. And then, of course, we've got difference, which is going to be our keyword for an answer to a subtraction problem. Now, one thing that I do want to have you keep in mind when you're talking about words like less than. Less than is order changing. So if I say that your age is 26 years less than my age, you're not going to take your age and subtract my age, are you? That would give you negatives. You would take my age and subtract 26, and that would give you your age, okay? So you have to be mindful that less than is an order-changing term. We'll get more into that later when we get into our expressions and equations unit. Okay, so the important thing that we're wanting to do right now is we just want to identify what operations we're going to do. So let's take a look at the very first problem that we have here. It says find the total width of 3 boards that are 1 3/4 inches wide, 7/8 inches wide, and 1.5 inches wide. So these are the 3 different boards. This is the width of each of the boards, and we want to find the total width. So what does it mean if we are finding the total width? What operation is that going to be, Amaya? Add, right? It's that keyword total, right? We said that before. When you see those keywords, that's when we know that we're going to add in this problem. So we're going to add the 3 different boards together. We are just adding 1 3/4, 7/8, and 1 1/2 together. 1 3/4 plus 7/8 plus 1 1/2. Okay, so right now what you guys need to know is how to use that calculator. Remember, when you are creating a mixed number, there are two different ways that you can input a mixed number into your calculator. The first way is you can hit the second button. So I can hit second, and then I can hit the fraction button. When I do second and fraction, it gives me a spot to put my mixed number. So I'm going to put a 1. And then I'm going to use these arrows to navigate around in the fraction bar. Shh, I need you to stop. So then we have 1 3/4. Then I need to get out of the fraction before I hit my operation. I'm going to use the plus sign. My next one is 7/8. So I'm going to hit my fraction. 7. Use my down arrow. 8. Use my next arrow to get out of there. So I have to use the side arrow to get out of it. And I can hit a plus sign again. Now I need to do a mixed number again. So what do I have to hit to do a mixed number? Second, and then what? And the fraction button, right? The N/D button. That's going to be 1. Use my side arrow. 1. Side arrow again. 2. Side arrow again to get out. So there's my problem. That's the nice thing, guys, about these calculators. These calculators, you can see visually what's been typed in, and it should look exactly the same as what you've written down here. So they do look the same. I'm going to hit enter. Now when it gives me my answer, it's going to give me my answer in improper fraction form. So this is 33/8. We have to change this into a mixed number. How we do that is we've got to know how many times can 8 go into 33. How many whole times will 8 go into 33? Anybody know how many whole values of 8 can go into 33? Angel? 4. 4 whole times. And what is 8 times 4, guys? What's 8 times 4?
36. I'm 36.
32. It's 32. So we have 32 that we've used. So if we take 32 away from the 33, we have 1 remaining out of the 8. So it's 4 1/8. 4 1/8 would be our final answer. You need to know how to convert from improper fraction to mixed number. To convert, you just need to know how many whole times can the denominator go into the numerator, and then what is remaining is your numerator's value. Okay? Let's take a look at problem number 2. A 7H tire is 6 5/8 inches wide. A 7C tire is 4 3/4 inches wide. What is the difference in their widths? What operation are we doing here? Anasia. And how do we know what term? Difference. Very good. So difference means that we are going to go ahead and subtract. This is a subtraction problem. So we are going to take 6 5/8 and we are going to subtract 4 3/4. Okay, so again, we're going to do this into our calculator. We have to type in a mixed number, so that means we have to hit the second button and then the fraction button. We'll type 6 5/8. Get out of the fraction, hit minus, then another mixed number, second fraction button, and we can type 4 3/4. Get out of the fraction and hit enter. You get 15/8. Again, 15/8, is that proper? No, 15/8 is not proper. How many times can 8 go into 15, Justin?
1.
1 time. It can go into it 1 time. So then we're going to do 1 times 8. What's 1 times 8? 8. So if we take 8 away from the 15, how much is remaining? 7. Thank you, Aisha. So 15 minus the 8 is going to be 7. We have 7 remaining out of the 8. So there is our mixed number. Okay, let's take a look at problem 3. A patient is given 1½ teaspoons of medicine in the morning and 2 1/4 teaspoons at night. How many teaspoons total does the patient receive daily? What operation are we going to do, Natalia? Addition. What keyword? Total. Very good. So we said total. Total means that we're going to add. We want to know how much in total are they going to be taking. So we're taking 1½ We're going to add it with 2 1/4. Okay, type that into your calculators right now. Do 1 1/2 plus 2 1/4. Raise your hand when you have the improper fractions value. 1 1/2 plus 2 1/4. What is that as an improper fraction? Justin? 15 over 4. Good. So we get 15 over 4. All right, Asher, how many whole times can 4 go into 15? 4 times 5 is 20. It's okay, honey. It's okay. You want to know 4 times what is going to be less than the 15? Well, let's do 4. What's 4 times 1? Okay, so that's smaller. What about 4 times 2? 8. That's smaller. What about 4 times 3? 12. Okay, and then what's 4 times 4? 16. That's too much. So 3 whole times is how much can actually fit into it, which, like you said before, was 12. So take 12 away from 15. How much is remaining? 3. Thank you. So we get 3 3/4. Good job. Okay. Let's do one more together. Problem 4. We got 3 1/3 feet are cut off of a board that is 12 1/4 feet long. How long is the remaining part of the board? What operation are we going to do here, Aisha? Subtraction. What key word did you use? So like remaining, right? We said remain. Remaining could be a key word. There's also another key word, Diana. Cut. Okay, you can say cut off. When you're cutting something off, that is a term of subtraction. When you're asking what's remaining, what's left over, that is subtraction. Either one of those words would indicate subtraction. Okay, so we're going to take the size of the board, which was 12 1/4, and we're going to subtract the piece that we're cutting off of it, 3 1/3. Okay, so I want you guys to do that right now. Do 12 1/4 and subtract 3 1/3. Okay, what is the improper fraction that we're going to get? Aisha?
107 over 12.
Very good. 107 over 12. Now this, guys, that might be hard for you to figure out in your head. How many times can 12 go into 107? So you can actually just do this by calculator, can't you? You can take 107 and divide it by 12, and you get 8.9166666, right? That 8 is your whole number right there.
Wow. Really? Wow.
8 is your whole number. Shh. So we've got 8. So now I need to figure out my fraction part. So let's go ahead and do 12 times 8. What is 12 times 8? 96. So we want to take 96 away from 107, and that's going to give us 11. So we have 11 left over out of the 12. Okay, on the back of this paper, we're going to do one more problem together. I want to do one of the problems that is multi-step. So I think we're going to look at, let me see here, which problem do I want? We'll look at problem 6. Let's go and look at problem 6. You're going to do 5 on your own later. We're going to look at problem 6 first. It says 3 sides of a parking lot are measured to to the following lengths. We got 108 and 1/4 feet. We've got 162 and 3/8 feet. And we have 143 and a half feet. The distance around the entire lot, so all four sides, is 518 and 15/16 feet. What is the length of the fourth side? So there are a couple things that are going on here. We have three measurements of a four-sided parking lot, don't we? Right? We've got a four-sided parking lot. We've got one of these measurements is 162 and 3/8. We have one of these measurements is 143 and 1/2. We have another measurement is 108 and 1/4. And then we have a measurement that we don't know. But we do know that the entire lot, all four sides together, is 518 and 15/16. What do you think we're going to do to figure out that missing side? Amaya, what do you think? Very good. She says we're going to add the three measurements that we do know, add those together, and then we'll subtract that sum from the total that we know. That's one way you could do it. Another way is that you could just take the total and subtract, subtract, and subtract. That's the second way you could do it. Let's go ahead and go with Amaya's way. We're going to first start off by adding 162 and 3/8 plus 143 and 1/2 plus 108 and 1/4. We're going to add those together first. So I want you guys to do that right now. 162 and 3/8 plus 143 and 1/2 plus 108 and 1/4. God bless you. Okay, when we do that, we're going to get 3,313 over 8. That's a pretty big value. Okay, 3,313 over 8. When you divide that, it comes out to 414 and some change. So 414, if we multiply that by 8, we get 3,312. When we subtract that away, we get 1 left over out of 8. So there's our addition. That's all the sides added together. She then says that we're going to take the total, 518 and 15/16, and we're going to subtract that sum that we got. We're going to subtract that 414 and 1/8. We're going to subtract that away. So let's do that now. Let's do 518 and 15/16, and we're going to subtract the 414 and 1/8. Okay, when we do, we're going to get 1,677 over 16, and that's going to convert to 104 and 13/16. Okay, it's a lot, but it's an easy process. Okay, you guys are going to do problems 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10 on your own right now. Problems 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You're going to do that. Actually, you can work with a partner. You can work with a partner, and you're going to do that. You've got 6 minutes, or 7 minutes. You got 7 minutes to complete those.